Hello, it's Royce Rosewood, and this is the Ragamancers. If you're new to the channel, I play a series of solo RPGs in an interconnected world called Sphere Hoppers. I really enjoy playing solo RPGs and sharing my plays with other people. And so when the team at Crossed Paths reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in previewing their upcoming solo RPG based on the original Winnie the Pooh, I said, yes, that sounds great. So it is called Brambletrek, Tales in the 100-Acre Wood. And it takes the characters and setting from the original Winnie the Pooh book and sort of turns it into a cozy solo RPG adventure. You see here Winnie the Pooh as sort of a mage with a honey staff, which is adorable and not something that I knew that I needed to see. Winnie the Pooh is something that is important to me. It's a book and a set of stories that I grew up reading, and I share it with my children. Quick look, here's the original map, and they've hewn pretty closely to the source material. Of course, colorizing it and giving it that little bit of extra fun. So what I thought I would do today is just try it out. I haven't played it yet. In Brambletrek, you have your character. I've chosen Winnie the Pooh. He's got health, supplies, and morale, and he's got some special abilities here. And then each day you draw 4 cards from a standard deck of 24 cards. And the resolution system is also done in the deck of cards. So it's very, very self-contained. Now, it encourages you to journal. I'm just going to be using this video as my journal, sort of thinking through, playing out what happens today. So we'll start the day. Winnie the Pooh is getting up. Obviously, he's looking for honey. He's in need of a little smackerel. So he's going to go head out into the woods and see what happens. So we'll see where that leads us. So our first card for the day, 4 of Spades. So the black cards are the challenge cards. A loose patch of dirt sends you tumbling down a small hill. You manage to land safely, but not without bruises. That's -4 health, and that's going to put us into the hollow. Oh my. -4 health, that takes us from 12 down to 8, and we are now in the hollow. Now, I'm glad I get to show this off. This is a special part of the game that certain prompts or events can bring you into a mysterious world of memory and dreams. So we know we've fallen down the slope. And then we draw another card. It's a 2. It says, the path you were walking simply vanishes behind you. Turning around, the woods are no longer look the same. Trees stretch too high. The sky is paler and mist curls at your feet. How did you get here? Well, I think, Pooh, was on the walk, stumbled down the ledge, and as he is trying to work his way back, finds himself not in the woods that he's familiar with, but in the hollow. Okay, so how this works is we've drawn our entry card, and then we deal out, and this becomes kind of our map. And we are navigating through the hollow to try to find our way out. We need 3 fragments, I believe. Yeah, all right, so we move space to space. So this was our entry point, so I'll go ahead and move that, and we can shift down. All right, so let's enter at this place. Okay, we've got the King of Clubs. It says, the path simply stops. No trees, no mist, just emptiness. A step forward might be a step into nothingness. And then we trigger a combat. All right, so the first thing that happens is we draw a card different from this card to see who we are going to fight. We're going to fight a Heffalump. Initiatives to see who goes first. Okay, so let's draw one for us. Okay, that's an ace. That's 11. That's about as high as it can get. Okay, so we've beaten the initiative of the Heffalump. Heffalumps were known for their gentle nature and deep resonant calls that echoed through the trees. Under the influence of the crystal curse, which is the bad thing that's happening in here, they have become slow-moving yet fearsomely strong. Their once-caring instincts twisted into stubborn aggression. If freed, they will return to their watchful guardian ways. So we get to go first, so we get to draw 4 cards. And this is going to tell us the different kinds of moves that we have. So we've got a 2, a 3, a 4, and a jack. So we're looking at our I'm going to use one of my abilities. I'm not sure if I can do both this and a move, but we're going to go ahead and say we can. I'm going to use Summoned Bees. Once per day, Winnie can summon a swarm of bees, harming the crystal for 2 harm per turn. And then I'm going to play Unshakable Presence and ignore damage from the next attack. Winnie, right, finds himself in the hollow and steps in, doesn't see the way forward, and immediately a heffalump comes out. Cursed by the crystal is attacking Winnie the Pooh, who summons some bees to sting at the heffalump and then uses his Unshakable Presence to avoid this next attack. So now we draw for the heffalump. An ace. Rampaging charge. The heffalump unleashes all its strength, dealing damage equal to its remaining health. Well, that would have been 12. Good thing we've got our Unshakable Presence. So the heffalump charges at Winnie, but Winnie grounds down into the earth and feels the strength of the woods and is protected by this huge slam and charge by the heffalump. All right, and the heffalump takes 2 damage, going down to 10 from those bees that we summoned earlier. All right, so we've still got 3 cards left. We're going to do Honeyed Strike. I'm going to play the 3. So that's 3 damage to the heffalump, taking them down to 7, and slow the opponent's next attack. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that does, but we'll draw the heffalump's next attack and see if we can maybe interpret what slowing it might be. Okay. Pooh takes his honeyed staff and is able to strike the heffalump for 3 damage. Now it's the heffalump's turn. It's going to do a 10 enraged swing. The heffalump swings wildly, dealing 5 damage, but also taking 2 self damage. So it's going to take us down to 3. Oh no, we are in trouble. But then also does 2 self damage, taking the heffalump down to 5, but then 2 more from the bees. So the heffalump swings its trunk wildly, knocking Pooh to the ground. Oh, but it's supposed to be slowed. Maybe we'll have it? Sure, that seems reasonable for now, for our test playthrough. But the heffalump is a little bit out of control, hits themselves with the trunk. All right, we just got a 4 and a 2. We are going to use a sticky shield. We're going to use the 2 card. We coat yourself in enchanted honey, reducing the next attack's damage by 2. All right, so Winnie puts a shield of honey around himself to protect from whatever this next attack is, and it's a jack, a bellow. The heffalump lets out a terrifying cry, reducing your next attack's effectiveness by half. Okay, so, and then takes another 2 damage from those bees. So Winnie surrounds himself in the honeyed shell, and the heffalump bellows, and it's so terrifying, and Winnie feels protected, but the bees keep up their loyal strikes, and we've only got 1 card left, and that's going to be the Golden Respite. Winnie's able to kind of sit in the calm and maybe meditate in like this honeyed shield. Restore 2 health. That's 8, and 2 morale. We're already at max morale. And lets the bees do their work, because we're going to take the heffalump's going to take 2 more damage. And so the heffalump, the curse of the crystal is dispelled from this heffalump. And we get an item. What do we get? A jack. Guardian's Amulet. A necklet imbued with past protection once per combat reduces an attack's damage by 3. So when he breaks, seeing that the spell has been defeated, the curse has been defeated, lets the honey shield come down, comes out of his meditation, and the heffalump says, "Oh, thank you for freeing me. And in return, I will give you this necklace," and puts it around Winnie the Pooh, and Winnie can feel the strength of the heffalump's guardianship protecting him as he goes deeper into the hollow. Great. So there you go. That's a little preview. Obviously, there's more to do. We have got, this whole grid of things to explore into the hollow. We've got to find, those memories to get out. But that's just a little taste of what it's like. So check that out on crowdfunding. I will put a link into the description so you can see what that's all like. If you enjoy cozy RPGs like this, may I recommend my Apothecaria campaign. It's embedded kind of in the middle of Sphere Hoppers, so you meet some characters that you don't know, but coming from one world and going into another world. And then if you really like cozy solo RPGs with cute little animals, subscribe to this channel because I've got a new campaign coming out soon that I think you will like. So check out Brambletrek, Tales from the 100-Acre Wood, and back it if it's the kind of thing that looks interesting to you. Like I said before, I'm Royce Rosewood. This is the Ragamancers, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more solo RPG content.